In the vast savanna of Africa, there lived a mighty elephant named Eliza. She was the largest and strongest elephant in the herd, with long tusks and powerful legs. Eliza was known to be kind and wise, and the other animals looked up to her for guidance and protection. One day, while Eliza was grazing in the grassland, she saw a tiny ant struggling to climb a blade of grass. The ant was carrying a large grain of rice and was having a hard time getting to its destination. Eliza couldn't help but feel sorry for the little ant and decided to lend a helping trunk. Gently picked up the ant with her trunk and placed it on top of the blade of grass. The ant was amazed by the kindness of the gentle giant and thanked her profusely. Eliza simply smiled and continued on with her day, not thinking much of the small acts of kindness. The next day, as Eliza was taking a stroll near the river, she heard a loud cry for help. She followed the sound and found the ant trapped under a fallen tree branch. Without hesitation, Eliza used her strength to lift the branch and free the ant. The ant was grateful and thanked Eliza once again. From that day on, the ant and the elephant became good friends. The ant, whose name was Anthony, would often accompany Eliza on her walks, and the two would have long conversations about their lives and experiences. Eliza learned that despite their size differences, they had a lot in common. One day, while they were walking together, they came across a herd of elephants who were bullying a group of smaller animals. The elephants were being cruel and were not letting the smaller animals drink from the water hole. Eliza was appalled by their behavior and immediately stepped in to stop them. She used a powerful trunk to push the bullies away and allow the smaller animals to drink from the water hole. Anthony, who was watching from a distance, was amazed by Eliza's bravery and couldn't help but feel proud to call her a friend. As they continued their walk, Eliza explained to Anthony that it was important to stand for what is right and to use their strength for good. Being kind and helping others, no matter how small they may be, was the greatest strength that one could possess. Anthony was inspired by Eliza's words and decided to spread kindness and help others in any way he could. He started by gathering a group of ants to help the smaller animals who were being bullied by the bigger ones. With their combined strength, they were able to protect the weaker animals and ensure that everyone had access to the resources they needed. News of their kindness and bravery spread throughout the savannah, and soon animals from all over came to seek their help. Eliza and Anthony became known as the protectors of the weaker animals and were respected by all. One day, a severe drought hit the savannah, and the water hole dried up. The animals were in states of panic as they didn't know where to find water. Eliza and Anthony knew they had to do something to help. Eliza used her strength to dig a deep hole in the ground, and Anthony, along with his fellow ants, worked tirelessly to fill it with water. The water hole they created became a lifeline for the animals in the savannah, and they were able to survive the drought. The animals were amazed by the friendship and teamwork between the elephant and the ants, and they all learned the importance of unity and helping one another. As the drought ended and the water all filled up again, the animals gathered to celebrate and thank Eliza and Anthony for their selfless actions. The two friends stood side by side, proud of what they had accomplished together. From that day on, Eliza and Anthony were not just elephants and ants, but they were known as the dynamic duo of the savannah. Their friendship and acts of kindness had brought the animals together and had made the savannah a better place for all. As the sun set on the savannah, Eliza and Anthony looked out at the peaceful scene before them, knowing that their friendship had made a difference in the world. They knew that no matter how big or small, anyone could make a positive impact with a little kindness and a lot of art.